Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel as well as my other YouTube channels and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a cryptid story video on the devil creatures of Quang Binh. Now, I did a video a while back on lizard men, which have been reported in various swampy areas around the world. Go and check that out. That one out. This is gonna sound bad. I believe that it is possible that Bigfoot and other cryptids exist. The world is a big place, and there's too much going on. People are distracted all the time. It is possible that mainstream science has overlooked certain things, and especially with Bigfoot, because Lloyd Pye made a big impact on my opinion. There's so much area that hasn't even been foot searched in America. Roughly a quarter of the entire North American continent is uninhabited by humans, so there's area for them to be. On top of that, there's tons of reports from sane people who are not kooks or crackpots. They're not looking to get money, get paid from it or whatever. There's too many reports to be ignored. In my opinion, any story of a cryptid sighting could be false. I'm not saying all cryptid sightings are fakes or hoaxes. What I'm saying is that many people who see cryptids may very well be misinterpreting what they see. I'm having a hard time speaking today. Misinterpreting what they see, or they might be experiencing some kind of a visual or illumination anomaly. So a trick of the light, or they may be misunderstanding what they're seeing. Certainly not all of them are, but they could be. And of course, there are the hoaxers. There really are hoaxers out there. People run around with fake feet on and like that. We need to approach every such sighting with an air of skepticism. Every eyewitness needs to be vetted to ensure they aren't pranksters or prone to embellishment. One type of person who is no prankster and cannot be prone to such embellishment is a soldier in a combat zone. Higher command tends to punish pranksters, and embellishment may very well get them killed. So when a soldier in a combat zone says something, out of the ordinary, you take him at his word. So here we go. This is one of many stories like this. The year was 1969. The Vietnam War raged on, and along the DMZ, a platoon of American soldiers was camped, having set up an ambush for an expected VC supply convoy. The soldiers were awakened by their sentry, who quietly whispered that there were possible VC coming down the trail. The men took up their positions and waited. They saw a group of between 3 and 6 figures walking upright down the trail. They did not appear to be armed, but it was difficult to tell in the darkness. These things were much taller than their Vietnamese locals. Then, a few moments later, the figures passed within 6 feet of the soldiers and were illuminated in the moonlight. The soldiers all agreed that the figures were much too tall to be Vietnamese. Their skin was a mottled green with scales. Their heads were horribly misshapen. The soldiers watched the figures walk along for over a minute, and then they all got a good look at these things. The soldiers all agreed that these people, upright bipeds, had features that resembled lizards, including webbed hands. The figures left the trail and entered the water of a nearby river. The soldiers discussed reporting the contact, but felt that it would be better to wait until they returned to their base. So they executed their mission, they went back to base, and then they reported it. Their report was filed away with dozens of other such reports, and the incident was quietly forgotten. The devil creatures of Quang Binh were reported all over that area. Local villagers told stories of these creatures attacking farmers and fishermen and eating them. So they're meat eaters, obviously. I would imagine that had any of these creatures attacked American troops, the reports would have gotten a lot more attention. But as from what I can tell, that never happened. It's one thing to have Billy Bubba in the backyard, half tanked, claiming to have seen something. But when you have multiple reports from different units in the same area, all claiming to have seen the same creatures with the same descriptions, you kind of have to give those reports a little bit of credulity, a little bit of credibility. You know what I mean? These were soldiers on a battlefield reporting cryptid-like creatures, and none of them were reprimanded or pulled from the field. Someone obviously thought that they were actually seeing these creatures. Normally, if you're higher command and one of your guys out in the field says, "Yeah, I saw a lizard man," yeah, you pull him out of the field because he's been there too long. He's seen things. Maybe on drugs, whatever. He's got some sort of a mental illness. None of these soldiers were pulled from the field. None of them were reprimanded or chastised. As far as I can tell, none of them were even interviewed. So, higher command obviously knew something was going on. That's all I'm saying. So, if they know something's going on, maybe they should have warned the soldiers about it. Just saying. maybe one of the soldiers should have brought back a dead body. You know? Not that I want anything killed, but, you know, they're obviously not. It's obviously not the last of its kind. There's some groups of them in the field. So, you know, at any rate, of course, that might have sparked more violence from the creatures. I don't know. It's a complicated situation. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.
We elect cookie-cutter politicians every single election cycle. Yes men who maintain the status quo and do just enough to make us believe the system still works. Imagine, if you will, a president who actually tries to fix things. If you like action, political intrigue, and a righteous crusade, check out my political thriller, The Righteous President.